And welcome to my video series of Introduction to Linguistics, continuing with the Introduction to Phonetics videos. Last time we were talking about the voiced and voiceless sounds. Today we're going to continue with the consonants because that's where we basically stopped. Consonants, just a second. Yeah, no, it's okay. All right. So consonants basically sounds that are produced by the obstruction and the release of the airstream at some place along its path in the vocal tract. That means like the air comes from the lungs all the way up, right, to the larynx, and then we stop it, we can let it go, stop it somewhere else in the velar area, we let it go, we stop it at the lips. So there's going to be obstruction of the air, and then like after we obstruct the air, then we also release it, and that's when the sound happens. So again, like stopping the air can be anywhere. Like if we for example make stop the air at the glottis, we will end up making a glottal stop, like the sound, like in the word oh. So like when I say oh, so basically the air stopped right here, and then I let it go, and then I made this magical sound of the glottal stop. Consonants can also as sounds we define them, and consonants are defined according to their place of articulation, the place where the air is stopped, lips, teeth, like nose, anywhere, and the manner of articulation, like how the sound is produced, and the voicing, as we said, like whether the sound is voiced or voiceless. Now, in terms of the place of articulation, as I said, it means like where the airstream is stopped in the vocal tract. For example, we stop it at the lips. When we stop the air at the lips, that's when we make a bilabial sound, like the p, b, m. Because if I say the p sound, look, p. I stop the air, let it go all of a sudden, I have the p sound. See, it's very easy. We make it all the time, right? I'm not going to read the example words because basically, I bet that you guys can read them, and it will be good practice for you to practice the sound that you're looking at. Labiodentals, so that's when we use the teeth, the dents, right? The teeth and the lips. So when we say the sound f, v, right? So the only difference is like the voicing. Like when it's voiceless, it's f. When it's voiced, it's v. Otherwise, they're like the same place, the same manner. We have the dentals, like the th, the. Basically, we put the tongue between the teeth. That's why we call them dental sounds, because we use the teeth to make them. Alveolar, remember like when I talked about like the organs of speech and all of that, I told you about this bony area behind the teeth. So that's basically the alveolar ridge, and the t, d, n, s, z, l, r. These are all sounds that are made by obstructing the air on the alveolar ridge. Palatal, it's kind of more behind the alveolar ridge, so that's sh, j, ch, j, y. And we have the velar, like which is at the back, right at the back, like any sound that we make at the back of the mouth, we call it velar. So like k, g, ng. All right, we have labial velar, so like we lips and the back of the tongue with the velar, like at the velar area. So like hua, hua, like which. We have glottal edge, the h sound. But basically, it's very easy. We just open the vocal folds and the air is going out. Out of the mouth. We have the glottal h sound, and we have the glottal stop. We talked about it, and of course, there are like so many other sounds with other places of articulation, but they don't exist in English. They may not exist in Arabic too. Some sounds exist in Arabic, they don't exist in English, and so on. So, uvular sounds, like for example, they are found in Hebrew and Arabic, like in also French and some Native American languages. For example, the pharyngeal sounds, they are found in Arabic. So pharyngeals sounds are the h, ah. So basically, h is similar to h. It's a glottal, but it's pharyngeal, because we basically will close the pharyngeal wall as we like to narrow the passage of the air to end up saying the h sound or the r sound. So these are pharyngeal sounds. And now we move on to talk about the manner of articulation, which is how the sound is produced. How are we making this sound? Is it nasal? Is the air coming out of the nose? So we end up saying Or is it a stop? Like, you know, sometimes stop with aspiration and release or no release. This is like, you know, it's all about narrow transcription. We're going to talk about it also. So stops, we call it stop because we completely stop the air as we say the sound. For example, like p, t, right? So complete stoppage of air, and then I let the air all of a sudden release it. You know, I end up making like a plosive or a stop sound. Fricatives are these sounds that are produced with affrication, with friction. Sorry, with friction. Like it's like I just can continue saying the sound until like I'm out of breath. And the f and then s, z, sh, zh, right? And then the affricates. The affricates are, you know, combination of stops and fricatives. So we start the affricate sounds with a stop, and then we finish it with a fricative sound. Liquids kind of like more of a let's say flexible sounds like l and the retroflex. And then we have the glides or semi-vowels. We call them semi-vowels because they are really very close to vowels. You may like not even sometimes feel any air obstruction or like, you know, an organ of speech touching like any other part in your vocal tract, but but they're still consonants like the y, the w. And just to let you know, not all consonants exist in English, not all consonants exist in Arabic, not all consonants exist in Tok Pisin and whatsoever. So like certain languages have consonants, other languages don't have, and so on and so forth. For example, the h of German, which is different from the h of Arabic, because the h of Arabic, we say it using the uvula, so like it's more uvular, but this is like velar, it's kind of more front. So like we say h as in the word Buch, Buch, and like which means book in German. And then we have the Enezino Chumash language. We have the word like hus means bears, and the Tachama, which means skunk. Also the q sound, which is a voiceless uvular stop. We have it in Arabic, so a bit like, you know, if you speak Arabic, you can say this sound definitely. And also the Chumash has it as in the word qsi, which means son or day, and the kap, which means leaf or father. And we also find it in Arabic, like in the word qalb, heart. And of course, you know what that is. We have other sounds like the trills in Spanish. Like trills are like r sounds. We have the pharyngeals in Arabic. We talked about pharyngeals. And we have the clicks in African languages. You know, clicks like sounds are made by sucking in pressure as we say the sound, like, you know, like, so this is a bilabial click, like this is another like a lateral click, and this is like I think it's alveolar click. And you know, there are like only 5 clicks, and I can say 3 of them, maybe 4 if I try, but it's really hard for me to say these clicks within a word or a sentence. In the future, I will be posting a video of a guy saying these clicks in his language, in Xhosa, spoken in South Africa. So this is the International Phonetic Alphabet chart. It has all the consonants of all languages, let's say. And you see, like, we have a lot of, you know, symbols here. So like this is the p, b, this is like m, and this m is labiodental. So like we say this m, this one we say it with lips and teeth, like like that. So look at this one. This is a fricative, and it's bilabial, and it's very similar to the f, but the f is with the lips and teeth, but this one with the with two lips, like, and then like that. So, and like, you know, this consonant, it's an approximant, and it exists in Persian, in Farsi, and it's between the w and the w actually. These sounds, like, I can really make, they like very hard, like some of these are very hard for me to make, but if I practice, yeah, I may be able to say. So like this is the q, voiceless, and this is the g, it's voiced. It's like we don't have the g in Arabic, but we have the q, the voiceless one. This is the ch of Arabic, it's uvular, way back. This is the ch of German, it's like kind of more front. This is the g of German. We also have it in Moslawi, too, as far as I know. And this is the g of Arabic, like the ghain sound, let's say the ghain letter. We're going to stop at the vowels, and I'll be making like a whole like video about vowels. And so I hope you guys benefited from this video, and you're now able to define any consonant. You can at least read some of the sounds in the IPA consonant chart. As I said before in my previous video, I will be talking about this school website. It has, you know, all the characters, all the symbols with all the sounds and diacritics that we use in the narrow transcription, and I will be making a whole video talking about this website, and also like teaching you about, you know, I'll be teaching you about an IPA keyboard, that like the keyboard that we can also use if we want to do any transcription in any language, in all the 7,000 languages of the world, even the dead ones, by the way. All right, so I'll see you guys in my next video. I really hope that you will enjoy and benefit, enjoy my video and will benefit from it. Thank you.